Guys, we want to welcome everybody. This Saturday morning call it's become kind of well known because it's been going on for so long now, probably 5 years. Room's about 10 times bigger than it started. But we're so excited this morning to have Kristine with us. I mean, it's funny, she may not realize this, but I text sometimes my daughter because of accident, because my daughter's Kristen. She's Kristine. I've sent her a message and Kristen will say, "What are you talking about?" And I realize I text the wrong person because the name's so similar. But we're so excited. Kristine's taken over as General Manager of North America. She's doing an amazing job. And I think all of us will tell you that we're excited about what's coming. And we asked her to be on. So here we are. Saturday is normally her day off. I say off. I guess she's always working. But Saturday, she's having to get up and get on our Zoom and talk about what's going on with the country. And I guess in particular order, I think we want to talk about Dare to Dream. I guess the Orlando event will be the first thing we're going to ask you to talk about. So Kristine, with that, if you want to share, Todd said you were sharing your screen. Your text to me said you didn't want to share anything. But
I'm good. I'm going to drop the PDF in the chat, but Chris, I have to tell you something kind of funny about the Kristen thing, because the other day somebody asked me what'd you do this weekend? And I said, oh, me and Cam just hung out and watched movies. And they were like, you and Cam hung out this weekend? My son's name is Cam. So yes, I've been there, Chris. I get it. I have to be very careful. My son and I, Cam, not Cameron Bott.
That's funny.
I am so happy to be here. Honestly, I always feel like it's such a little special invitation when you guys let me be a part of your club and I get to join your weekly meetings, because this is where the power is, and this is where I get my weekly energy is seriously, it's from you. And that's what I want to talk about, is the power of one promotion, because we wanted to do something that would empower everyone. We can all, something that we can all do. And, I shared a quote the other day, and it was just so impactful to me that we might not be able to change the world, but we can change the world for one person. And I'm sure each one of us can think back in our lives of people that have been there at a really important time of our lives that did something for us. In fact, everyone here on the call had someone come to them and share the NewAge message with them. So there's so much that can be done with just one person. But more importantly, I want to tell you the thing that I just love so much about this industry and about this community is the fact that it is so supportive of one another. It's so symbiotic that each one of us have our personal dreams and our goals and our aspirations. But what other type of company or industry can you be in that you are surrounded with hundreds of cheerleaders? Every single person on this call is rooting for everyone else's success. And I know Chris, Todd, Brent, all of you leaders of this group here, I know how hard you work and how hard you champion and you cheerlead your people. And I think back when I started my business, and this is many years ago, I did it completely alone. I had zero support, zero help. And if anything, all of my colleagues were essentially competitors that owned their own businesses. And while we had great friendships, at the end of the day, they probably weren't cheering on my numbers. And so there's something really special about this unique community that we have, because as we cheerlead one another and as we bring more people to this opportunity, not only are we changing lives with help and with value and meaningfulness, and there's so many opportunities within this business to make your personal goals and dreams come true, but the side effect of that is that we all become more financially successful, that there is a financial benefit, and that's the side effect of doing good. So the power of one promotion, let me just tell you really quickly, for those of you that weren't on our special call the other night, what is it? The power of one is basically enroll one brand partner, minimum of 200 PV. And of course you want to get them on an auto ship, so that they can experience the products. And you will qualify for discounted tickets to the Dare to Dream event. and a VIP cocktail party with the executives on the very first night at the event. So Deanna will be there, Mark will be there, Cam will be there. This is such a unique opportunity to spend some time with top leaders, with executives, and it's a chance for us to recognize and reward you for your hard work, because whether it is one brand partner or 12 brand partners, you are changing lives one person at a time. And I wanted to share something. And Chris, I heard that you said that Steve was on the call. You know, Steve is such a fantastic leader, and he's been such a great mentor and cheerleader of mine, and giving me, you know, advice or things to look at. And he said something so incredibly powerful to me last night as I was talking about this enrollment promotion. He sent me a text and he said, Kristine, you need to remember this is not a recruiting business. And I paused for a minute and I was like, well, of course it is, because, you know, we want more people to join. And he said, Kristine, this is a leadership business. And wow, that was so powerful to me, that it is about bringing other leaders. It's about empowering other people and giving other people to be the opportunity to be a part of this amazing community that we have that is filled with people that, you know, have goals of self-improvement. And, you know, I think Amy Summers said it best the other night when she said, it is an opportunity to be surrounded by other dreamers. And then she went on to say, and more importantly, it's about being around other dream achievers. And to have that kind of power behind us, there is power in numbers. So all of those one individuals add up, and we have such an opportunity right now. There's so much momentum in the field, so many amazing things happening from the corporate level, that we are just so excited to launch at this event. And, you know, I come from marketing. We love hype, we love spin, but you know what? I say this all the time. Intentions are nothing without a plan. It doesn't matter how pretty a poster is for an event, if there is not a plan of intention and call to actions. And I want to give you my commitment, because I know that many of you probably are thinking, I want to go to the event, but there is a cost associated to it. There is a commitment. I want to give you my commitment that you are going to leave this event with a call to action, with clear goals, and with tools to help you succeed in that journey. Because that is what I'm here. I am here simply as a facilitator to help you implement your goals. So I'm really excited. And then I just want to share with you one little thing from a personal experience. I don't know how many of you know, but I actually, oh my goodness, this has probably been like 28 years ago, but I was a Pampered Chef distributor. I put my husband through law school by selling Pampered Chef. I did it full time. And I remember when I achieved like this title, and it was my opportunity to walk across the stage at this event, but it was in Chicago. Let me tell you, up until that point, I had only ever been on an airplane one time. As Brent Palmer likes to say, I was broke as a joke. I had, 2 babies, putting my husband through law school, and I wanted to go to this so badly. I had to sacrifice, let me tell you, I had to save, I had to scrimp and save. And I went, and I know Amy shared this, that her first event changed her life. For me, it was a life-changing event, because here I was I felt like I was just a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have, I wasn't a businesswoman. The opportunity that I had to be there and walk across the stage and be validated and to be around other like-minded people. It was such a beautiful experience. And it's one that I want every single one of you to have. I want you to be there. I want us to all come together as a group. I want us to be on the same wavelength. I want us to be able to leave this event with clear-cut goals that we're all working toward together. And I just hope, when I tell you, I love each and every one of you. I love, and I have benefited so much. My dreams are coming true from being allowed to be a part of this community. And it is my mission to pass that on to you and as many people as I can. So if you guys have any questions about this Power of One, let me just, I will answer a couple of questions I know that I have gotten. One, what if I've already purchased my event ticket? Guess what? Then all you have to do is enroll one person and you can qualify for the VIP cocktail party. You do need to purchase your ticket because we are filling up so quickly. And so we can guarantee that we'll have tickets through the end of June, but I can't guarantee after that. We'll have to look at our numbers. Let me see. What was another question? I remember. So once you qualify, you'll need to call customer support so that they can give you that hidden SKU, that discounted price. But if any of you have any other questions, please let me know. The VIP event is going to be amazing. It is outdoors. It is on a beautiful Greg Norman golf course. And like I said, Deanna, Mark, Cameron, they'll all be there. And in fact, when I told Deanna about this, she was so excited. She is going to be on our Monday call and talk a little bit about it. I want you to know you are in good hands. I love our corporate leadership. Mark, Deanna, Cameron, there is not a conversation that we have that does not start with what is best for our brand partners. And I want you to know that that is so important to me. You're in good hands. I cannot wait to see every single one of you there. So Chris, thanks for giving me this opportunity. I don't know if you have any other questions.
I don't think we have any other questions, but I'll tell you something that probably we need to address. I just looked at the room and everybody that's on here, and I noticed we have a lot of people that may not even know what Dare to Dream is at this point. So,
oh my goodness.
I just happen to see you said a lot of growth in the field. I assure you, there is people on here right now that are like, okay, what's Dare to Dream? So why don't we talk about Todd, I think, has a screen he's willing to share. Todd, do you want to share?
Awesome.
So no, I actually just asked Kristine.
Oh, you know what? Oh, did you? I don't have my slide pulled up, but I am going to drop. As soon as I'm done talking, I'm going to drop in the chat a PDF that everybody can download. So the Dare to Dream event is our North America event for 2022. It is going to be in Orlando, Florida. I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to tell you, this venue is beautiful. We know that it is a commitment financially and time-wise. So we wanted it to be something that was worth your while, above and beyond the conference. So this is a 500-acre resort in Orlando, Florida. It has all sorts of different activities that you can do, from bike riding, golfing, fishing, kayaking. And we have reserved, now I don't know what the going rate for this hotel is today, but when I was looking in the past, it was up to like over $500 for a room here. We were able to negotiate a rate of $179. Now that will be not only through the event, which is the 26th through the 28th, but we've reserved that rate for 3 days before and 3 days after. So if you want to make a vacation of it and bring your family, feel free to do that. And the event itself, we are going to have all of our top leadership there. We'll have our partners council, we'll have our founders, Cam, Mark, Deanna, myself, we'll all be speaking. But one thing that we want to add this year is we want to hear from you. So we are going to be having panels. We want to be talking about different, everybody's in a different place in this business, and we want to talk about that. We want to have great panels about that. We're going to be launching new product, a new sales system that is, I think it's going to change a lot of people's businesses. So I'm super excited about that. So Orlando, Florida, August 26th through the 28th.
That's what I want to make sure everybody realizes. This is our corporate event, 2022, Orlando, Florida, August 26th to 28th. And so that's why I just wanted to bring that up. In this Power of One is just a special cocktail party the first night of the event that you can qualify for by sponsoring one representative and coming to the event. So Todd, I'm gonna turn it to you. Do you have something you want to add to that? Because you mentioned you text me, so.
Yeah, Chris, this promotion headed into Orlando, which is our national convention here for North America. It's maybe the best promotion that I've ever seen, because everybody on this call can qualify for a cocktail dinner with the owners on Friday night today by getting one new brand partner started. But even better than that, the brand partner you get started today can qualify tomorrow for this event by getting one new brand partner started. And when that brand partner signs up on Monday, they can qualify on Tuesday for getting one new brand partner started. So just to reiterate, this promotion is the simplest explanation ever. You go sign up one new brand partner, get a subscribe and save, and boom, you get the discounted ticket to the convention and you get a VIP dinner. I don't know if you know what a VIP dinner costs at a Marriott in Orlando. It's probably a $75 meal. It is highly expensive. It is a great win. It's a big check mark. And what I'm going to do, I mean, obviously everybody here, we've either all already qualified or will be qualifying over the next 2 or 3 days. But this is one of those promotions where you can really push it into the brand new people. And if you can get them qualified for a cocktail dinner with the owners at their very first convention and get them that discounted convention ticket long after the discounted bird rate is gone, guys, this thing's going to be on fire. And just like you said, Chris, we're sitting here today with 25 or 30 new people on the Zoom. The growth out here on the front lines is amazing. But I want to point this out. You're a part of a company that nobody's heard of. Nobody knows in North America who NewAge is. We have a frontline product called Renew that is changing lives. I've never had a product in 20 years in the industry that I've had more testimonials on in a 90-day time frame than I have Renew. So you got a startup company doing in the neighborhood of 400 million in revenue. You've got a frontline product that nobody's ever heard of, and you've got a convention now that every person you sign up can win a free ticket. Chris and Brent, this is one of those just absolute no-brainers. Kristine, you've hit a home run as a general manager right out of the chute. This is in my opinion, one of the best promotions the company's put out there in the 8 years I've been a part of it.
I love it. And I have to say, I was talking to Brent Palmer a couple of weeks ago, and he said something that was just so powerful. He said, Kristine, if just every single person signed up, one person, our company would be twice the size. And it's so simple, but it's so true. And so this is really something that is attainable by everyone. And if we all make that goal together, imagine the power that is going to bring to this event. Not only the event, it's Todd, it's like I said the other day, I truly believe that those that attend this event and that what we're launching, I believe the momentum is going to carry for at least 12 months, and you are going to see it in your paychecks. That is how strongly I feel about this promotion and this event.
Well, we're all very excited. Coach Palmer, I know you're excited about this as well, even if you did buy a tractor.
Oh, I'm sitting here. I'm excited, and one of the things as I listen to you guys talk and Kristine talk, and I've talked with Kristine quite a bit, is there's a saying in our industry that if you get it, you can conquer and achieve a lot of wealth. And that is, if you figure out a way to get to the masses, you can live your life with the classes, which means the wealthy looks for opportunity. That's how they become wealthy. They look for opportunity in the world, where the world is seeking something. The world's looking for something. Here's what we know right now. Steve Swartz, the only double founder in our company, just this morning sent something to a close-knit group, and it said the wave of layoffs is sweeping the U.S. Here are the firms that are announcing cuts so far. Big companies, Netflix, like companies. Now, it's not meant to be doom or gloom. It's meant to say, the world. James Zan just posted like $8 gas price in Northern California. I say that not to say to put fear into you. Here's why I say that. The reason this Orlando event exists and the time that it exists is just one of those monumental periods that if you put yourself in the seat and you get your team in the seat and you get your team at that special cocktail event, because this industry is built off vision. They're going to catch the vision from the owners at this VIP cocktail event. So all roads are lining up for a perfect storm when you look at what Todd Rowland said in the fact that nobody knows the name of our company. We have just launched a product that is kind of in a pre-launch stage right now. We actually come out of the gate with it in this Orlando event called Renew, that the world has no clue of, that is a gateway product to get everybody into our company. As we've got the perfect storm, and we don't, every event is a don't miss event. Todd Rowland talks about it all the time. Chris Doyle does. Never miss an event. But I'm telling you right now, if you look around the world and you go, man, things are changing. Gas prices are changing. Layoffs are happening. This is a perfect storm for us to capitalize on the masses in North America and bring them into our fold and help them and their family out. And it's just a perfect time. I mean, if you're on this Zoom, if you got your ticket, maybe put it in the comments already. If you're going to Orlando, put it in the comments. I believe Kristine, Todd, and Chris, we all believe this. Steve Swartz believes this. If you're going to make a decision, like, you got to put it out there. You got to announce it to somebody. If I'm going to lose 10 pounds, I got to tell Todd Rowland I'm going to lose 10 pounds. He'll hold me accountable. You gotta make a decision today. I'm coming to Orlando. I'm going to achieve the Power One. I'm not going to wait around 2 weeks. I'm going to get mine this weekend, and then I'm going to get my new people theirs, and I'm going to start a movement, because I realize Orlando is that turning point. It is that turning point for all of us. So just wanted to say that, Chris. Appreciate you guys. Kristine, we love you, and we thank you for all of your hard work that you do for us every day.
You're amazing.
Thanks, Brent and Chris and Todd. Honestly, I love all of you, and I love your leadership. And I just can't wait to see you guys all there in Orlando.
Kristine, listen, let me address one or two questions we're all getting, and just I want I can hear it straight out of your mouth. So we are all registering for the event through the X office. However, if you qualify for the Power of One, that needs to be called in to get the discount. Is that a correct statement?
Exactly, because the full price ticket is what is in the shopping cart. So you'll need to call customer support and they will give you that discounted rate. And then you can order or select your hotel room options on the website. You can still do that. That room rate won't be going up. We're going to keep that same room rate for everyone.
Okay, which brings us to the next set of questions that all revolve around the room. So the room price is $179. And that is tax included. There is no additional charges.
Yep, no resort fee, no taxes. It's ready to go. So when you get there, obviously you'll have to give them a credit card for incidentals to secure the room, but that is everything. And the room is based on a double occupancy.
So 2 people.
And if somebody, so everybody that will be getting the 179 room rate will get a double occupancy room. That's the big final question.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, that's a good opportunity if maybe you have some girlfriends or something and you want to split a room. But yes, it's all double occupancy.
Yeah, I still haven't digested and believing that that's tax included, because I just stayed in a Fairfield Inn that was $155, but when I left, it was $190 after taxes and charges and everything they kill you with. So that is unbelievable. And so a discounted rate for the Power of One and $179 room at the Marriott, which is $400 everywhere you look online right now. So it's a chance for a family vacation. And the last question is, on the website is the ability to extend that. I think you can do maybe Monday or Tuesday through Sunday for that rate.
Yep. So the 3 days before and 3 days after. So, and you can do all of that right there on the website.
Home run. That's all I will say.
I don't know if anybody's thought about that, but the way the government off in the US is the IRS is that you can go, when you're going to an event like this, you have the right to have 2 days of travel and 2 days after. So you go into an event, it's all tax deductible. So you get a,
Yeah,
it's a, that's a,
yeah,
that's
Chris, I thought about this too as you're talking. Kristine, the power of one right now, like anybody that does not have their ticket yet, they enroll one person on 200 points, a minimum 200 points in auto ship, subscribe and save. You get really $50 off your ticket and then $50 off your new person's ticket. I mean, that's $100 value in itself. Just, for coming out of the gate, and plus you get access to the VIP event. I mean, that's tremendous. I mean, guys, you got to put it down. You got to write it on paper and see what one brand partner really gets you here. It gets you really $100 value off your tickets for you and your new person. And it also gets you into the cocktail party. That's tremendous.
It's the best one I've ever seen, Brent, in the history of the company. It's because it's achievable by everyone. There's one more question that popped up into the chat room. It says, can we have 3 in a room? Guys, you don't have to tell the company the hotel anything. If you book that room, you can sleep 5 in there. Just don't let you split it up. And the reason I point that out is because the first 2 conventions I went to when I was a high school football coach, the first one, on the first night, I slept in my truck in the parking lot because I couldn't afford the room it was at in Lexington, Kentucky. Chris, you and I have been friends for 20 years, all based upon me basically making you go to an event in Nashville that you couldn't afford to go to. So I'll tell you, if you're just starting your journey in our industry, do what you got to do. Just pile 5 or 6 in a room, split it up, win your free ticket, get your brand partner. I mean, $100 ticket and 5 or 6 in a room, you almost come for free. Plus you get that Friday night meal for free. And if you're really desperate, just fast the next 2 days and jumpstart your way.
You know, Todd, you say that, and I really do think about that a lot. I was very fortunate that Nashville, Tennessee was only 120 miles from me, and my sister lived there. So when people talk about how the industry can change you, I had just gone through bankruptcy, lost a company, and was in pretty serious depression when I ended up in this industry over 20 years ago. Fortunately, my sister lived in Nashville, and I was able to stay with her, and I attended an event, sat in the back trying to learn. And here 20 years later, I can't even comprehend doing something different. I mean, it's changed my life. Yet I worry. I think back, what if it had been further? What if I could? So guys, I cannot put an emphasis enough on, and I will tell you something else. We all talk about hype, and unfortunately our industry is full of it. That's part of the things people talk about. Guys, Todd tells you, he says to me, your voice is different. You feel different. I said, I can tell you, it's not about how good the product's making me feel. It's I have this Renew and what Kristine's going to grin a little bit. What they're about to launch in August. I wish I could show you all the goosebumps and the hair standing up on my arm right now. I'm just telling you guys, everything about if you can change a person's life, the way they feel. And I know so many people on here that say, you know what, I want people to feel better. I want a product. And I was with a meeting last week in Kentucky, and somebody said, if the product works, I'm like, I can promise you, man, we could sit here for the next hour and have tests and just raise your hand and do a testimonial. I told Anthony before we started, I have one thing I don't like about Renew. I'm waking up too early and I'm ready to get out of bed too quick. I love to sleep late because I've been sleeping late for so long. And I'm telling you, I can't sleep late because I feel too good. But part of it is my excitement of what's coming. So I find myself getting up way earlier than I used to. I know Coach Palmer's this early riser and goes and works out. That ain't me. I was get up late and drink a few cups of coffee and get going. And now I find myself writing down things about people I need to be contacted, looking, because I'm just pumped about what's coming in August with this new. Because if you want to do well in our industry, and I mean this from a financial standpoint, you got to have a product that people cannot believe. And the second thing you got, no matter how good the product is, I think we got an amazing group of products. You got to have a system that makes it duplicatable. And I am totally convinced what we already started seeing, we've been doing testing on it. Kristine has been on top of this. She's listened. Nothing against anybody else that runs companies, but usually general managers listen, then they do what they want. Kristine is putting into place things that she sees working and the field is requesting. And man, we need to give a shout out to Tracy Turnberg. He's also, when I see him on here with us, how good and so much effort he's put into this system too. And
Chris, I was going to say that. I was going to give a shout out because everybody on here, Tracy, and he doesn't want no recognition, but he created a YouTube channel. Guys, you need to go to. It's called Renew 28. He's got testimonies. I just saw Sonia Enfinger, a testimony she did the other day. Unbelievable. But as you're out in your communities and as you're out sharing on social media and other things, guys, use these testimonies. They're less than 90 seconds. So when you find somebody that you feel like fits a Sonia Enfinger that you're out prospecting, share with them what's happened in Sonia's life from that video, or Andrea Ross or Todd Rowland. And I mean, just go to Renew 28 and look at all those testimonies and leverage those as you're building your business. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you another great one on there for someone who's analytical and wants to understand the product. That Brett West video. Oh my goodness. I've shared it so many times, but guys, that's just the tip of the edge that's coming. I got news for you. What Kristine's put together and what you guys are going to see in August is going to be what I believe is going to explode this company into $1 billion company. And I don't want to overdo it, but I'm not so sure it won't happen in 1 year. I believe next year, 2023, could make this company $1 billion company, because I think Renew, because of what it does and the price point. That's another point. The price point, because so many products that are HGH like this do not have. And they're doing so many little things that we requested. The company's doing some changes to make sure that they get these price points where people can afford it. Us folks down south deal with folks that are struggling to make ends meet, but they want to feel better. And they're doing so many things. So Kristine, thank you for all. I mean, I don't know if we could ever thank you for all the things you're putting together. You work tirelessly and get up early morning, get on our Zooms. It ain't easy to do your job. You work 80 hours a week before you get up on Saturday morning, and you're in a different time zone. So when we're telling you to get on a Zoom with us at 9 or 10 o'clock Central Eastern time, I know our Canadian folks out on the West Coast side are saying it's earlier there, but goodness, you put in 70. I know you put in 70 and 80 hours a week, aren't you? Tell the truth. You are.
I might, but you know what? When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. I just wanted to say one last thing. And Chris, you were giving me goosebumps when you were talking, because I think sometimes it's exciting. You can create excitement for a new person. I think that's relatively easy, but what gives me goosebumps is when I see people like yourself and Todd and Tracy and Brent and Steve Schwartz, who have been in this business for so long, to see the excitement of you guys. I mean, going back into the field at square one, because you love it from the ground level all the way to the top to the leadership. You know, Steve called me the other night. He was so excited about his waitress at his favorite Italian restaurant. The fact that this is something that is exciting for you guys, it's good. So I'm thrilled. I love all of your support, and I love each one of you. I genuinely do. So thank you.
Kristine, thanks for being with us this morning. And I was just looking through our list of guests. You know what? There's probably a dozen or so people on here, leaders. Canada, Deb's on here, and Ken. Because we got so many multi-million-dollar earners that are plugged in to hear Kristine this morning. I feel like I'm like blown away with all these people that are on here. I'm like, dang, this is the who's who of this industry and this company. Not just this company, but they're big earners from all over. And I think we're all excited with what's coming. And we've been through some, issues of going kind of with all the mergers and all the little things that have happened. But my gosh, guys, those who stick through this storm, this Renew, Todd said he could hear it in my voice. Todd's been my friend for 20 years. And he says, when I can hear your voice, James, he said, this ain't the voice of Chris Doyle. He's like, and I know that. And some that don't know me don't know that, but Todd knows, because he's like, you are pumped. I said, I just know. I've been here. I've watched this. Have you ever been to a picture show and you know what they're going to say before they say it? We were watching the old Top Gun last night. You said, you know this movie by heart? And I said, I do. I say the words before Tom Cruise would say them. I don't know why we even watched it again. But my point for saying that is this. perfect storm. Brent said it. What's coming with what's going on with the layoffs. When my business exploded, I made my biggest year in this industry was 2008. Does anybody remember what happened in 2008? Guys, it was what we're witnessing: inflation, crash of the housing market, lots of things happening. I don't wish that on anybody other than this. You got to take advantage of situations, and what we're at that situation.
Yeah. So Chris, you and I have made a pivot because of that very thing, that we're talking more about a single product and money. Because when you run into these people that are struggling financially, and all you do is talk about a products, you miss the moment of getting a real entrepreneur into your business. So just a heads up from a couple of people that have made hundreds of thousands per month in the industry. Make sure you sharing the opportunity in the time frame we're moving into, the opportunity to better yourself financially, or you're going to miss some people that could change your life forever. Deb, I think you entered in one of those downturns. I think that's where you're starting the industry. And Tracy, we're coming to you too.
Yeah, you know, we joined a business 12 years ago with one product, and I loved the product, but we didn't join because of the product. We joined because we needed oxygen. We needed to live, and we really couldn't afford to spend $100 on an amazing product that was going to change my horrible skin. It was all about the opportunity. Mm-hmm. So even to this day, I lead with the opportunity, and so does Ken, attached to amazing products. And you're absolutely right, guys. We get so, we got Noni, we got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. That can come with time. But lead with the opportunity attached to an amazing product that is so unique. The price point is absolutely incredible, yeah. And it changes lives. We've been up since 5. We don't get up at 5.
No.
But we take that crazy renew and we're up at 5, right? Like, and it's like, well, I can't go back to sleep. Yeah. Isn't that an awesome thing, right? So you get to, you know, we've got it all. And I think the most important thing is whatever it takes. And there are lots of challenges, get to conference. Yeah. Because, and buy your tickets, mm-hmm. Buy your flight, buy your hotel. So you're all in. And you may have that cost on your credit card right now. We can help you make it back before we even get to Florida. So that's the most important thing, is get there, build. Let's have people really celebrating when we get there. And we're excited to finally be able to come and see you guys. We really are. And all these amazing people. Yeah. But if TL had not called me 12 years ago about this opportunity, where would we be? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. So just wanted to share that. It's so good to be with all of you amazing leaders.
We'll just put you on the
spot. We can't wait to see Ken and Dale. It's been a while. I got to show this because Todd Rowland, we talk, and Todd, one of the things I want everybody to see, there's going to be a system in Orlando, right? With this Renew, like it's going to be laid out. And Todd Rowland has been like, for a long time, I've known Todd before I ever joined him, you know, in this company. And he's like, everybody goes around social media talking about this and that, but I never see anybody making any money. Like, I don't see them actually converting. And then we come out with Renew. Guys, we're going to show you how. Like, right here is Buffy Wallen, a lady that drives a school bus in my school district where I was the principal. She's been in the industry. She started using Renew, started making posts on Facebook. People's commenting. This lady right here is like, oh my goodness, I want some. She ends up giving her a 5-pack just last night. Buffy's headed to a party, just a Friday night get together. Look what she's got with her. Some sample packs of Renew. She sent me a message and said, I'm already moving them. They're already PayPaling me the money. And here's the deal. She's converting people. And here's what you need to know. What are they buying? They're buying more products once they're in. She went to this person, and inside of their refrigerator, there was additional products from our company that she didn't even know they purchased. That's the power of NewAge. Renew is the gateway product, and then it opens up the shopping cart with these shop lives and flash sales and loyalty shopping that we do, guys, we have when Chris Doyle says $1 billion business and that one product, Renew, man, is he so true.
I gotta get
Tracy, Tracy, you're one of the most talented people that I've ever worked with in the industry. We were talking about you the other day, just how good your ability is from a technology standpoint. I mean, you're so good that Kristine's flying you out there to help build stuff for the company. But can you tell us how to get to your YouTube channel where all the Renew testimonials are and kind of what you see with this new layout of Renew?
Yeah, absolutely. It's youtube.com/Renew28. Go there, like, subscribe, follow, because we're going to continue to keep posting all these awesome testimonies, because that is the grassroots of building your network marketing business. You have to have testimonies on the product. Now, most of you know I'm from the Noni tribe. It'll be 20 years this September that I've been with Noni, but I miss the hyper growth. We missed the hyper growth. The first 6 years of Noni, we just were like, it was straight up growth, because it was a product that nobody ever really had seen before. And it was organic. It was growing because people were talking about it. Results were coming in. And, the thing that every company needs, every stratospheric company needs, is 5 key things. They have to have a company. They have to have a management team. And I think we can all agree that our management team is absolutely top notch in NewAge. You have to have a product that is just easy to share, exciting to share, that you're confident that when you share it, that you're going to that your prospect's going to feel something. And I think with Renew, that is a home run of all home runs. We have to have a comp plan that is amazing. And in our comp plan, I pridefully stuck to our Noni plan, thinking that it was the best. And after getting involved in the NewAge plan, this comp plan is nothing like I've ever seen before in my 29 years in the industry. It is absolutely amazing. And it is a huge dynamic, as Deb said. It's like the opportunity has to be there for people. And then the fourth thing, and this is a big, big thing, is you have to have a system. That system has to be there. You can have the greatest product, the greatest company, the greatest comp plan, but if people don't know what to do and how to do it, they can't see themselves building the business. And so a system is so vitally important for that epic growth to take place. And I'm telling you, in Orlando, you're going to see something that I believe is going to take this company to a level that we have never been to before. And that leads us to the fifth thing that you have to have. And I think, guys, this is absolutely amazing to me how this is all lining up. But you have to have timing. And I know that sounds weird because, we're this startup company that's got a history of a 25-year-old product with Noni and a brand new product that we Renew. And we got, the RX side, the Limu side. But we're still this startup company. Nobody knows our name, like Brent said. Nobody knows who we are. Nobody knows of Renew. And that timing is so perfect for opportunity. You take in the external factors of the economy and gas prices and inflation and layoffs and all these things that are happening. The timing is perfect. But the timing within our little ecosystem inside of Renew or inside of NewAge it's amazing to me how it's lining up. We've got this incredible event coming up in August. We got this incredible business building system being launched in August. And right now we just launched the Power of One. Everything is lining up for you. And I don't care who you are, for whoever's listening to this, for you to take action and build and take maximum advantage of everything that's being laid out. Because I missed that hyper growth in Noni when we signed up in 2002. And I'm not missing this one. We are poised for that hyper growth. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited about where we're at, but I am more excited about where we're going and the lives that are going to be changed along the way from a product and a financial perspective.
Yeah, so I'll just point one thing out. I'm thinking about looking at the screen right now. With Deb made her fortune with one product, and I watched their videos. Skincerity, rub it on, see the change, bam. Tracy, living on residual income for 20 years, one product. Noni, they added some other things in. Brent Palmer, retired school teacher. The guy's buying something every 2 days, new truck, new tractor, new this, new that. He got more money, knows what to do with. One product, Lemieux. So I don't know what your one product is. I know what Chris's is, but I will tell you, if you can develop a story with opportunity and a product or a pack that's really fits you, and everybody's going to buy the rest of the stuff. We all know once they get on in the system, they start finding out about other things. And that's what creates such an incredible stable income here. But if you want to build the network, it's got to have a really easy frontline story, which brings us to the next topic, Kristine. And that is the free Utah trip that Brent and I were talking yesterday afternoon. We think it's the best vacation trip that there's ever been, because Chris and I, literally for 7 years in the company, every 6 months, we were promoting a trip to Utah, except everybody paid for it. So I'm going to tell you, everybody on here, you need to be planning on the Utah trip. Just plan to pay for it if you're not brand new. But all of our brand new people, you get to win it. And we had one plan right when Lemieux came over, and we went on this big hike through the mountains. And 3 years later, we still talk about it. It's like everybody's talking about the hike. And then 6 months before Lemieux got here, we went on a 100-mile snowmobile trek that almost killed Chris and almost killed Aaron Decker. And we almost lost half our downline, but still to this day, it's one of those bucket list days. So that Utah trip will encounter an experience day, whatever that may be, a hike, a snowmobile trip, sitting at a lodge, who knows what it's going to be at this point. But it's also going to entail, and we did this on every trip, it's going to entail a full day, 8-hour training day where we cover meat and potatoes. You're going to understand the pay plan, how to make a 6-figure income. It's going to be genius. And the only thing a new person has to do, the only thing, is within their first 6 months of being in the company, make $3,000 in total income. But I'm going to tell you, not just the new people. I'm most excited. I think, Kristine, you're looking up. This is what we got you for. I think y'all are going to have us a date here really quickly, but I think you're looking at the first experience coming up in February. Is that pretty accurate?
Yes, we are. So because we want to make sure that we got some good snow here in Utah. So February. So that means, if I've got my math right, because it's, your first, 3,000 commission over 6 months. And I mean, you can do that quicker than 6 months. You still have time. Your new brand partners that you're bringing to convention still have time to qualify for that February event. And, we've been talking a lot about the Dare to Dream event and Tahiti, but I want you to know we're building up, really pushing that Utah trip, leaving Dare to Dream. That is on our radar, that we are going to be leaving calls to action, this system, how to use this system to get to the Utah Ultimate event. But like Todd, I love that you love that event so much, because I do too. The training that I've heard that comes out of that is incredible. So it's all a flow. And from the convention, that is where we want to get you to, is that Utah Ultimate experience.
Well, we're all excited about the trips, and obviously I did hit the tree so that means we're going to be snowmobiling in February. So that's exactly what that means, or snow skiing, or whatever you choose. So Todd, do you want to switch into the comp plan? I know a lot of people got on here to talk about the compensation plan. Do you want me to do that next?
Let's go.
All right, well, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to pop into the NewAge compensation, because I mean, a lot of folks are here for that part. Let's face facts. They're here because they want to know about, well, now my screen's not, what's going on here?
You're good.
I mean, it's not, at any rate, I don't want to be the one that does all this. I'm excited. I mean, Anthony gave me this nickname, Money Man, and I'm almost not sure I like that nickname, but I guess it's stuck now because everybody starts calling me that now, so I ain't got a choice. But what I will tell you is that I am about making the money. And one of the reasons I chose this company was because of the compensation plan. When Todd and I were looking at it, I'll be the first to admit that I was like, there's going to be a catch. I said that so many times. And I know there's a lot of new people on here. I actually was speaking with a girl yesterday for a couple hours on the phone, and she said she had a pretty good group going. She said, but I just didn't make any money. Well, it was because of the tripwires in the comp plan. And we're going to show you what makes this comp plan is the highest paying in our industry. Now, I want you to realize that as a business owner, though, the most important thing is not always how big is your comp plan, but it's how big is the industry. People know that I was in the blue jean business. Well, I was in the right time when the blue jeans were stone wash and acid wash, all that stuff was happening. But what you got to know is our industry is massive, meaning whether you're skincare and sincerity, and by the way, my wife now is addicted to that stuff and was told yesterday that the sincerity had changed her skin. So she absolutely loves that product. But I couldn't build a sincerity product. It ain't good for me. It's just not going to work. I'm just not going to go around. I'm just not, it's not a guy thing. But I'll promise you, this industry is so big and the different things. And of course, we're not even talking about what renew means. And I've been cautioned what to say about renew. So I'm not going to make any real comments too much about renew, other than I will promise you it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Just check with Pfizer and Eli Lilly about what that product does. But here's what we want you to know. Guys, if you get into it, jump too quick. I want you to understand that when you pay $29.95 to join our company, you get the app in your ex office. Everybody looking for the catch. Have y'all ever noticed that about people? What's wrong with this? $29.95 buys you a wholesale account. If you never want to build a business, you can buy products discounted for life. You get the app for no charge and they update it. So they work the app for you. They keep, if you decide to build a business, the app will be a tool for you. And I believe the tool is becoming better and better. And what you're going to see in August is a lot of things about that app to make that better. Then the other side of that is in order to make money, in order to be commission eligible, you get to select what you want. Now, my group is we're working off a Renew right now. I mean, I'm convinced Renew and Energy. So right now we're working 1 box of Renew and one bottle of Rejuvenex. That's what all my people are subscribing and saving to, because they want to sleep better and have more energy. And I'll promise you, if they do those two things, they change. That's 100.
Chris, how many new people have entered your organization in the last 3 weeks since you started Renew Only?
I'm not really sure, Todd. 50 maybe. It's crazy.
I was going to say I spent more time on the phone yesterday with people on your team than I have since you've been here. I bet 4 hours of my day yesterday were on people that have joined your team in the last 3 weeks. I haven't seen momentum in your business ever the way it's going right now.
Well, what I can promise you this is that there's people that are joining my business that, and by the way, I don't want to make this sound bad, that I love many of our products. I've drank Noni already this morning. I drank Moa this morning. I use, but I couldn't find the niche for me to build and duplicate. And I have been looking, we've tried transform packs and I've got weight loss stories. I see tons of people on here that lost 100 pounds, but that took discipline. And otherwise me and Todd would be 200 pounds and both of us would win our money. So we still got an ongoing bet we had collected because we like to enjoy life too much. So when I found the Renew product, and I believed it was going to be the threshold for building a massive organization. And I think that Brent Palmer will tell you that that's what they did. And he had a lot to do with this thought pattern because he always called it the play. I never called it the play, but it was like they had this Limu play. And so with me, the Renew is that play. So I want you to understand that when you join with a 200-point pack, and by the way, thanks to Kristine, we got this 200-point pack of Renew that has 3 boxes of Renew. So for those who want to do what, I'm not telling anyone, Todd said it, find the product you're passionate about. And if you want to build around it, the others will come. That's no one's telling you to do anything different than you're doing if you're having tons of success. All I do know for sure is that since I started using Renew, I haven't had a no. I haven't any presentation I've done about Renew because HGH is what's the way you put it? It's a buzzword. You don't have to tell them.
The fountain of youth.
The fountain of youth.
Everybody chases it at every age.
And it doesn't matter.
And Chris, everybody knows about HGH. I mean, the minute you say it, people in people you're talking to nodding their head. They know their body makes less and less and less as they age. I mean, it's kind of like college, and it's a buzzword. Like people want it, and they know they don't have a lot of it.
I think that we all know, I've even mentioned it. I said, if we could have had this, Lance Armstrong wouldn't have got in trouble, because that's what he was doping with, HGH, right? Lance Armstrong, because people are injecting it illegally, even though there's bad side effects, or they're putting it on their bodies. I mean, Kristine, my daughter, says, if you want to learn about HGH, Dad, go to the bottom of the gym floor. That's what they're shooting up, HGH. I mean, that's the kind of the testosterone and the steroids. I mean, that's what they're doing. But this HGH is different because there's not putting a hormone in your body. So we don't need to get into a product training, but I can't get over this stuff. I cannot get over what it's doing for me, how much better I feel, how much it's helped my wife and how she feels. Everything about us. And of course, we're not young. I'm the oldest guy on here. So I know that's why I invited Dave Vance to be on my Tuesday night calls, because I got somebody older than me. So here's what I want you to understand. The products work, but here's what you also need to understand, this comp plan. This is the most complicated part. And I'm going to do this slide, then I'm going to turn it to Brent and Todd to talk about the rest. The level of business to activate a business. So those of you here to learn about the comp plan, if you purchased a 200 points when you started, you have activated your business level. And that means that you got two lines of business. A lot of people think we're a binary comp plan. And I'm like, we're not a binary in any form or fashion. We build as wide as you want or as deep as you want. That's a choice. It's the only comp plan like this. That's what makes it so patented and so amazing. Here's the thing to realize. You get any customer that you bring on board is 15%. So it's a rep that joins your business. It doesn't matter. You get 15% of the volume. You don't get anything because they pay $29.95 to get a wholesale account. You only get when they get percentage of what they buy, what they sell. So here's the thing to understand. In your first 28 days, you have the opportunity to double that. So how would you do that? Simple as this: buy or sell more product to get yourself to 1,500 volume points. Okay. Each level, if you see the levels there, 200 to 500 to 1,000 to 1,500, each one adds 5%. And it's funny, when I was talking to somebody, this is, so how long does that last? Guys, if you go ultimate with our company, it's locked for life. So if you got a brand new person, there's two things they should do. One is get themselves to ultimate as soon as possible. The second thing they want to do is get gold status. Gold status means they have brought 4 people in. They personally sponsored 4 people with a subscribe and save, even if they cancel. And I know that's what people say. Well, I don't mind calling her out. Mary Lynn was saying, so what happens if they cancel? You've already locked gold. You don't get unlocked. That's the difference in our tripwires with our company. You don't have to re-sponsor somebody. I know I won't call the company's name, but every year you must personally sponsor 2 people to subscribe and save. And if they don't keep them, then you lose your status. We don't have all those tripwires, guys. Todd, Brent, y'all want to add something to this, or want to add something to how that works? I think it's really important to get more.
There's very few comp plans out there, Chris, that has this feature, and a lot of us that have come from other companies into this comp plan, if we just go back and look at our past, there was a sense of we had to have so many people on a subscribe and save to be able to be honest, to be able to collect a check at the pin rank we were at. So this is a huge feature, and it's something that a lot of comp plans in the industry has that feature where it's and ours is, like Chris said, there's no tripwire there. It does not exist.
If anybody has a question about this, drop it in the chat. I'm not able to pull mine up because of the way it is, but Brent, Todd, Anthony, one of you guys can look at the chat, see if anybody has a question about this level. Because to me, this is the only part that confuses people. Each level comes with some perks. The business level gives you 3 lines you can start with. The elite level gives you 4 lines, and the ultimate line gives you 5. And something that we don't even want to talk about today, but it's called a power reentry. It's just something where you can re-enter your own downline. There's all kind of options here, but it's the most unique comp plan, allowing you to work with everybody you want to work with. That's the part. As a matter of fact, with the company I was with before, I've only been with 2 companies in 12 years. And my top 2 income earners had never joined me here. 2 of my very best people. And because of Renew and what they see here, they're on board now. because of the product as much as anything. They see a product that they know will duplicate. The second thing they said is, we already knew you had a great comp plan, but Tim, I know is on here. I'll have to give him a hard time. Tim was just not a guy that could be a health and nutrition guy. He is a country music guy, plays on stage every night, smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer between sets. He just said, I can't do nutrition. But he said, I promise you this, everybody I know needs to feel better, everybody needs to sleep better, and everybody needs to have more energy, especially in my business. So that's what I want people to realize, is that this is going to appeal to the masses. And everybody that's joined me, that's something that you made a point to. I believe Brent said this, that Buffy mentioned. Every one of these people now have already said, what about this MOA? So they're starting to look. Mary Lynn called me yesterday and said, I want some of that collagen. Well, they started because of the HGH and the Renew, and they ain't been in the business 2 weeks, and they already ordered other things because they've read the buzz stuff that we actually offer. So why is that important? Because if you only a one-trick pony show, and guys, I'm a business guy. If you're a one-trick pony show, then they decide they don't like that pony, then it's it. Here, they will find other things. Man, if I took a picture of my refrigerator. It's got Noni, MOA, collagen just in the refrigerator, and Burn and Blue Frog too. Oh, I forgot 5X and 5X. So that's the stuff that's in my refrigerator. And I don't even tell anybody about them. I'm selling Renew now, because what does Renew do? Sleep better. I'm not going to go. You need to join my men's call on Tuesday night to tell you why I really like Renew. So I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to tell you, the Blue Diamonds.
It's a great example. Yeah, I don't know if you can see my hand, though, but all these pills, like, that's a multi-million-dollar business. It's just hard to explain. So if you can imagine people getting in on Renew, and then before you know it, and a year later, they've got a handful that they take every morning. It's just NewAge is like, it's the perfect storm for getting them in on something, and then the shopping gates open once they're in the door.
And people don't realize that, and I'll make a point. Anybody ever noticed at Walmart in Black Friday, they run specials on things to get you in the store? They sell things for less than cost, because what they know is that they get you in the door, you're going to spend money. Guys, we're not doing it that way. We're not giving stuff a cost, but Renew is a product that opens, in my opinion, and that's what Deb did with the Skincerity. Obviously, there's retail profits. You know, you buy a product and sell it, you know that's, I don't have to tell you that you made money. My daughter kills this. She sells, I don't know, she's about to have a heart attack when we ran out of Burn. If y'all ever wonder why you ran out of Burn, it's Atlas Fitness in Jackson, Tennessee, because she's ordering so many cases. I mean, literally 30 and 40 cases at a time. Can't keep it, because all the athletes love the Burn. If you hadn't tried Burn, my wife's addicted to it as well. But the other side is what we're here for. Whoa, it changed, went the wrong direction. So it's still not going right. All right, let's talk about base pay. Brent, I'm gonna turn it to you. Hey, like that, without giving him any choice. You know what? We might have had Tracy Turnberg tell him, because he came from where he said, I was with one comp plan. I was a little nervous about this new comp plan. Tracy, well, I think you're a perfect example, because a lot of people on this call may have left another company and came here, and they're nervous about the comp plan. Why don't you talk about what you saw after you left Noni? You and Brent kind of cover the slide.
Yeah, well, here was the big thing that we had, Chris, and this is how most comp plans are really designed, is they're built around who you personally sponsor, and is that person a leader? And so we had to commission title up, which meant that we had to personally sponsor, a jade, a pearl, a diamond pearl, to keep getting more, to access more commission levels in our comp plan. And it just wasn't feasible for the average person. Let's face it, the average person is not going to become a CEO or a chairperson in network marketing, because that takes a lot of skill and a lot of dedication and context to be able to put that into. Well, our plan was built that way. And so when we transitioned here, that all went away. Now, literally, all you got to do in this company, you look at that slide, you get your power line, your pay line. You just work downline. You taproot that organization. You go build with the guy that wants to build, and you're going to get paid, and you're going to be able to make that residual income every single month. And that was one of the biggest paradigm shifts in our head because it's not the way that we built for, 18 years when we were on that comp plan. It just wasn't, it was a total mind change, and it was hard to get it. If that makes any sense, we had to try to shoehorn our old comp plan into this one. And now being in this plan for almost a year now, you see, this plan was so well thought out from the very beginning. I don't know if Fred is the only person that did the plan, but he definitely, he had some things figured out with this comp plan, and it is so flexible and usable to be able to work on. So, this, when you talk about base pay and base commissions, I think it's absolutely incredible how it works, that you can work downline. You get paid 15% on your base commission. Now, most companies, we were 1, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8 as you went down levels. Base pay here, or base commissions, is 15%. How is that not better? And most companies always have those different levels of pay that there's always a gotcha somewhere, right? There's always that gotcha. And with the NewAge plan, with the base commissions, there's no gotcha. You just go out and you get paid on the volume that's there, and it's absolutely incredible.
Brent, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, the biggest thing, two things I'll add is when I looked at this as we came over, you're always looking from a skeptical mindset. And when I saw the power line, I'm like, oh, I got you. They got me now. I see where you get paid on your pay line, but you're not getting paid on that power line. I could not have been more wrong. Then they introduced me to what you're going to talk about later, Chris, match pay, and how you get paid on your power line. And I was like, well, that kind of defies. So with what Tracy's saying, Fred and the executives looked at every possible way that there was a tripwire, and they eliminated them in this compensation plan. And what I sit down with people and tell people today, now that I've been in the industry and I understand residual income and the power of it, Chris, you talk about it better than anybody. Would you rather be on a fast pay structure that you make $100,000 in 2 years? Or would you rather be in a company with a solid compensation plan that you make $2,000 a month for the rest of your life? We're in a compensation plan here that is built around the premise of being that person that earns $2,000 a month for the rest of their life. I would a lot rather have that in residual income than some flighty, fast track, 100 grand for 2 years and then it's gone. And this comp plan has got that, Chris. And I saw that when we came over.
Someone that I have that's was done network marketing well and was very successful with Mary Lynn. And she said, so how wide can I go? And I said, well, you're already ultimate, so you can start with 5. I wouldn't recommend that in the beginning, but you have the ability. So what people begin to think is they don't understand is that there's some catch. So this shows an example of 2,000 points on the power leg and 2,500 points on 2 other legs. Everybody's thinking, oh, you won't get paid on, you only get paid on 2,000. No, you get paid on 2,500. And if you had 2 more lines with 1,000 points each, you still get paid 15% on all those. So guys, that's where most people, we all are, we're all skeptical. I told Todd that when we left. I said, this comp plan looks too good. Where's the catch? And then of course, we've been here 9 years and there wasn't a catch. Todd, you want to add anything to the base? I know Todd's favorite part. He'll say it's my favorite part. He always throws out that match pay is Chris's favorite part. But since he sponsored me, I think he also will tell you he likes match pay a lot too. Right, Todd?
I love it when you're excited, Chris. That makes my day when I see you fired up.
And no question about it.
I love you on your unfired up days, but I really love you on your fired up days. Chris, with this screen up right here, this is for the person sitting out there today that says, how do I make $1 million in your pay plan a year? And, I never had a school teacher when I was coaching high school football in a decade come to the teachers lounge and say, how do we make $1 million in this school system? They were like, am I going to get a master's degree and get a 3% raise? I mean, it's a different conversation, but so here, everybody's not going to make $1 million, but anybody can that's willing to go through the fire to get there. And I have a lot of people that in my business that tell me they want to make a lot of money, but then the same people will say, I'll never do what Todd does. So you got to match up action, because I never want to make an income claim without prefacing it. But it requires that in everything. If you're going to be a great high school football coach, ask my wife. It takes 85 to 90 hours a week. You never come home. You never cut off. You're working on Saturdays and Sundays. But I will tell you, if you want to make $1 million here and you've got that umph left in you, you're looking at $1 million slide right now, because our company sets aside 3% of worldwide revenue weekly, and you're able to tap into it. And there's multiple ways to do this. You can do other income positions. We're not going to talk about that today. We're going to keep it really clean. If you just built 4 legs, one would be your power leg, the other 3 are pay legs. Every time you get a leg that pays you $2,000 in a week, it gets you shares in the pool. In green, we already have those shares put out there. And by the way, Chris, those first 2, I don't know why, because I know I gave you that slide,
Yeah,
but they're wrong. They're not correct. So I'm gonna give you the correct numbers. On that first one where it says 2 shares equal 800, that should be 500, and 6 shares equal about 1,500. And then the third one is correct. It equals about 4,800. Yeah, if you can fix that real quick, that way everybody can see it. I'm not sure how that happened, because maybe I was looking for the company to give us a raise when I was building that slide. Sorry about that. Thank you for fixing that real quick, Chris. So 500 on the first one, approximately 16 to 1,800 on the second one, 15 to 18. It's all going to vary weekly, but 15 to 1,800 is generally the range it stays in. And then the third one is correct. It's going to be in that 4,000 to 4,800 range, because the more shares you're getting, the more variable is on a weekly basis of what the revenue was. But that's real close. So if you look at that slide right now, Chris, you're getting 2,000 times 3, and then you're getting all of those green numbers. So you add all that up and cumulatively spit it out, and then you add in matching check and savings account, you're in the $1 million neighborhood. And if you're Steve Schwartz, and by the way, thank you, Chris. So there, if you like, Steve Schwartz is on here, and Steve's got some people in his organization over in Europe that are actually doing, in some weeks, 8. So if you get 8 legs, you get 8 times 2,000 plus a $28,000 bonus. So don't think it's not doable. People are doing it. I don't know if they do it every week, but they definitely do it some weeks. So anyway, just know that that's there and available for anybody that wants to go chase the big money.
And I think sometimes when we talk about the make big money, it scares people. At least I know that I know young people that they're always talking the hype. This is the slide that really got me excited. I know Brent mentioned this comment, because he said, that's how they got me. I don't get my money on my power leg. And by the way, some companies don't. So when you get to a match pay situation, when people talk about match pay, this is what I call your family tree. You're going to find that we build together, and volume is accumulative, meaning it ain't just your volume, it's your team that builds together. So somebody else is sponsoring people, and the person that sponsored you may place somebody below you. So that volume accumulates. This is off of what I call your family tree. This is your person that you sponsored, the person that sponsored, they sponsored. This is where I'm going to show you a slide in just a minute. But when I mentioned earlier that you want to get to ultimate and you want to get to gold, sponsoring 4 people will get you to gold status. You have 8 weeks. Am I correct, Todd? It's 8 weeks to get there. 8 weeks to personally sponsor 4. Sometimes I get that confused with the ultimate. And as long as I've been here, I'll get those 2 things reversed sometimes. But once you lock gold in, you're locked for life. It never unlocks. Even if all 4 of the people you sponsored quit, it doesn't matter, as long as they brought something else on board. So Todd sponsored me. And you heard him say he was very excited. When I'm excited, because every time Chris gets paid on Friday, and I assure you, my paychecks are pretty nice on Fridays, because it made me lazy for a long time. But Todd receives a 15% bonus of my base commission. So if my base commission is $4,000, Todd gets a 15% bonus. And everybody thinks that's a big deal, but that's not where the big deal comes, because it's the number of people I had sponsored in order to make that happen. So the people that I brought on board, like my daughter, Kristine, has got a gym, and all that volume that's going through her business helps the volume to create base commission. But every time Kristine gets paid, Todd receives a 10% bonus off of her, and 5% on everybody Kristine sponsored. And gold status unlocks all of those. You could only have one leg running and collect all that. That's where most people look for the catch. And I just was so sure. So yes, I love this because I sponsored Aaron Decker and Dr. Ginger. So they're a higher title. I mean, people try to tell me I'm in a pyramid. I'm like, you're an idiot. Because I got people below me making more money than me. And that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing because I get to collect off of it anyway. This is obviously one of my favorite parts. In order to unlock the others, you must have done some work, built two legs, base commissions, 500 for the fourth level, 1,000 for level 5, 2,000 or one optimized position. And I'll promise you, if you're optimizing one income position here, you're at a two. I don't know, it can't be exact because math and the match pay could be a little variable, but you're $150,000 to $200,000 a year easily, without any question about it. I know that. And I'm going to talk about this part. Brent, why don't you talk about match pay? I know you like match pay too, because this is the part you did, because you brought it up just a second ago that you're like, that's where they get me. And then you know that this is not where they get you. So the match pay just is the key part of it.
Well, and I'll say this, because I know Todd, we just talked about this yesterday, Chris, is what's so interesting. I mean, if everybody knew this about network marketing, so if you're just joining, the beauty of network marketing is you truly are one person away from an explosion, and you never know who that one's going to be. The people that I thought would crush this business didn't, and the people that I thought wouldn't crushed it. So you never know who the person's going to be. You know, for me, I stepped up on a school bus over 10 years ago and introduced this business to Buffy Rowland, that over a decade later is still growing a business. So matching bonus, what it does for me, it makes me hungry to go out there and renew with somebody, to share the opportunity with somebody. Because if I enroll them, I never know what they will do. But I'll tell you this, they go to work. And if you stay in this long enough, you're going to find a Buffy Wallen, you're going to find a Kim, you're going to find Sonia Enfinger, you're going to find people that go and grow a paycheck here. And to think that just because you went gold status, you enrolled 4 people on at least 200 points of product or more as a brand partner, you got it for life, that you're going to tap into, if you enroll them, 15% of their paycheck for life. It's, for me, this, Chris, if Fred was sitting here right now, I can only imagine the smile on his face, because what he did with match bonus is he made us all never want to retire. Because why would I not share to have an opportunity for that one person to go create an explosion and me to capitalize on it? It's a beautiful concept.
Fred did it multiple times. That Todd mentioned those income position bonuses. That's exactly what he does, was dangle another carrot out there that says, go build another leg and I'll pay you double for doing it. So that's exactly what he's done with that. And I'm going to mention one other thing that I think is probably as big as, to me, and I was with a company that I won, I don't know how many, but started out with Lexus, and then they gave away Lexus. It was a car program. I think most of us would know that Mary Kay Cosmetics is probably the one that started this. Pink Cadillacs, car programs in network marketing. But let's just face real facts, guys. And I don't mean if you won one of these cars, and I know the Lemu people have won cars. The truth is that it's great. You get a deal, but if you're not building a major business, you can be in a position where you're having to pay for that car. And this savings bonus, I like it because in my company, I got $700 bonus if I hit a certain threshold each month to pay for my car. That's great. And I did it every month. But some people struggle to hit that bonus every month. Here, they'll give you up to $2,000. How do they do that? Everybody's everybody's in the luxury bonus, the savings bonus, car program, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's got a different name for it. The Duke's group out there calls it the Lamborghini Club. So you're in it when you start. All you gotta do is make $250 in a week in base pay and you're automatically in. How it works different though than most companies is they put a 15% bonus in a savings account. And that savings account reaches $10,000, then you don't go lease a car, you can go make a down payment on one, or you can go pay off a credit card bill, or you can go pay it on thing, or you can give it to your church, or you can invest it in stock. You can do whatever you want to. You don't have to purchase a car. I'm not against cars. I love cars, and I think everybody in this call will know I'm a car freak. But this way this works is so much more fair and more what I consider to be responsible. I'm gonna use the word responsible because it's up to $2,000. Well, if I had a bad month, my $700 I didn't get. But here it's a graduated plan. I just love the savings plan bonus. I just think it's so cool the way they do it. And it is capped. They throw that out. So it's capped at $2,000 a month. You can't make over 2,000, but you know, an extra 2,000 a month, if you're a big earner here, will pay for more. Well, they'll buy a Kubota tractor. Just Brent's got the Kubota start on, I'll give him a hard time. But this is a part where we really, in my opinion, is some of the great things that we do. And I think it makes all that difference in the world. Guys, we are way over on our scheduled time. Is there anything else y'all want to add to this, Brent, Todd? I think we ought to stop the comp plan. I think we need to do I'm going to make a suggestion. I know everybody came, a lot of people did, to learn more about comp plan. We may just have a comp training Saturday where it's going to be bring your notepad and learn compensation and us really draw it. And we might have to make Tracy on here because I know he's got the chalkboard and he can draw. I mean, he's the high tech guy. I'm not too good at drawing on my board, but we really want to really make people understand. Todd, go ahead. I see you fix and say something.
I got one important announcement. Anthony, can you screen share real quick and make sure everybody knows we can now create a replicated website. I found that out 2 days ago. So it's not come out from the company, but Anthony, if you want a website now that you can send people where they can order from, that is now available to set up in your back office. And I believe, Anthony, if I remember right, it's under settings.
You're muted, Anthony.
So your website would be, for example, newage.com/ whatever you're going to name it, where Anthony's about to show you. So it could be / Brent Palmer, / live free, whatever you want it to be.
Chris, I know we're over, but can I say one thing about the savings plan? I just, because people are going to watch this recording. Chris Doyle does an amazing training, but if over time you work to get that savings plan bonus to $2,000 a month, I like to paint a vision just like Chris does in his training. Guys, that's like having $480,000 in the bank drawing 5% interest. First of all, you're not going to draw 5% interest in the bank but $480,000 in the bank sitting there drawing 5% interest. That's what $2,000 of savings plan bonus a month would be like. So anyway, Chris, I wanted to add that because I just think it's big for people to see, man. This compensation plan is worth getting in and running after because there's just so many nuances that makes this thing unbelievable.
Absolutely. Anthony, you want to share?
Anthony, can you share timely, or we just want to? Okay.
Oh yeah. So this is actually somebody who's brand new in on the team. And actually, when you get in here, you see all of this, but on the left-hand side, you have this purple little bar. If you scroll down to settings, and then you can put your contact information there. But right here under the username part, if you go to edit username, you can name it whatever you want to name it. So let's just see. Let's see. Since I know this person. And it will save for you. And now if you send this to anybody, they can actually just go to your replicated website and order anything they want. They can go in there and shop like they are at Amazon.
So that's a
I
replicated.
know that's something everybody's been asking for that. So it is now up and available under settings in your X office. Chris, incredible job this morning. Tracy, thank you. Anthony, always thank you.
Kristine
Brent.
with us, she was amazing. I think she just may have gotten off, but Kristine, it's really nice to have. I mean, you get on here, you didn't have to stay. I mean, but it's amazing to have the North American general manager on Saturday morning willing to get out of bed, get early and her day off and get here to be with us. And we really appreciate you. So you just
Thank you, guys. Thank everybody here on this call.
Hey, we had a lot of folks stay with us the whole hour and a half. We had that one planned. Next
Hey,
Saturday.
one last thing, Chris. One last thing. We got huge calls coming up Sunday night and Monday night. Brent, Sunday night is who?
Sunday night, Andrea Rosser is going to be on with a whole host, Dr. Crystal Vance, Ashley Paulson. Don't miss that tomorrow night. We'll get those flyers up today. And then Monday night's a big one with Kristine and Deanna Latson on Monday night's NewAge Live.
And next Saturday, we'll probably come to you from Costa Rica just to tell y'all how much fun we're having. Unless we're gonna let Brent is not going, so he skipped.
I'll be posting your pictures like I was there.
We'll just let you do the training while we're down there sipping on our margarita.
Absolutely.
Guys, have a great Saturday. It's always great to see everyone. A lot of growth going. I hope you're a part of it. Exciting times. Kristine, we can't wait till August. I hadn't even got my ticket bought. I've been so busy, literally so busy with people that I hadn't even ordered my ticket. I'll get that done today.
Well, Chris, if you enroll somebody, you can get a discounted price.
That's going to happen. I can assure you. I've enrolled some. I didn't know this promotion was coming, so I enrolled some before this, but it's okay. I'll just get me one more. Find another one. It ain't going to be hard with Renew. All I got to do is post like Buffy and say, this stuff's amazing. Somebody will call. So y'all have a great day. Thanks for everything you do. Anthony, always thank you for being on here. We were going to go to you more. We had some stuff we were going to do tech wise. We're going to have to get a Saturday for techie, and because Anthony is our tech guy, without question. I don't know how we manage Saturdays without him. I get spoiled without question. It makes me very spoiled. Guys, have a great day. Tracy, thanks for being on. Devin Kent, there's so many people we should thank that are just showing up, that are big earners. Steve Schwartz was here earlier. Have a great Saturday, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for all you do, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
very much.
everyone.
everyone.
That
Great
was so
job.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank
All y'all.
you.
Tracy.